Chico! Chico!
Hi, this is Carl Bissonette with another episode of Tips and Tricks. Today I have my Chico horse out. It's been a little bit since y'all have seen me work with him. He is one of my bridle horses. He goes pretty nice in the bit. That being said, today we have him in the D-ring snaffle because there's a few things that I want to work on. And I want to encourage you folks, it's when we get these horses to a higher level and they're progressing through their training, just because they have made it to a stage doesn't mean you can't come back and work on some things, whether it be in the bozal or whether it be in the snaffle. Each of those tools will kind of help us accomplish a different thing. So even though he's one of my bridle horses, he's hanging out in the D-ring snaffle today. So a couple things that I've been working on with him lately is it hasn't been super responsive to the neck rein. So we want to start encouraging that. I want to make it really clear to him when this neck rein comes that we're going to start moving away from it. And even more so, the further that neck rein comes, the more speed we want to get out of them. So I'm just going to kind of explain as I work through some of the things with him. It's going to be a little bit slower today, but we want him thinking, we want him processing. So I think when you are in those training sessions where you really need a ton of thinking out of them, going a little bit slower is good. If we can't do it at a walk, we're not going to be able to do it at a trot. If we can't do it at a trot, we're not going to be able to do it at a lope. So a lot of times when I want my horse to really think and process things, I'm going to slow it down to that. Now, a big part of this, what's going to help me to be successful, is I'm going to be switching my hands a lot. Okay, so this is one of those ones, the more you train, the more you do, the more comfortable you're going to get with that. I want my offside hand to be doing my reining. So if I'm reining to the left, I want to be using my right hand, and we want this head coming here, and then we have that helping hand. If I want my horse to rein to the right, we're going to switch hands. There, he already moved his head. That's really good. That's what I want to start seeing. So he's already got that basis at the standstill where we're showing him that neck rein, and that head should start moving that direction. And I want him holding off of that neck rein, not holding off of that direct. So a lot of my corrections are going to be a bump with that hand, but it's not success until they hold it without that hand on the rein. Okay, that would be success, whether it's a walk, trot, whatever the maneuver may be. All right, here we go again. So now we're in the walk. The big part of this that I see a lot of people struggling with is when we're doing the maneuver, we don't have a clear on-off. And with him, we want to emphasize that just a little bit more. So we have to get this hand all the way down on the neck so it is turned off. There's no direction, no right, no left, none of that. As soon as I set him up, we're going to hold it. He's going to hold that head. If he travels with that head going the right direction, we're going to be really good. Now, we want him to hold it a little bit longer. There, and we're going to release down all the way to the neck. I can't pick up a feel until I release him for a correct feel there. Okay, so in that, we have two different approaches that we're working with our feet. I'm coming on the inside, back by the back cinch. Okay, pretty light heel is the goal. And if that head comes out of that turn, that's when I'm going to bump with that heel just a little bit. If you were doing perfect timing, we're kind of releasing that heel on and off as that hind foot is stepping forward and through, forward and through, forward and through. Now, when he's holding that maneuver and he's doing a real good job, I kind of think of it as holding pressure in the bottom part of my calf. I want contact so he knows where to hold the position. Now, if he pushes that head out, that's when I'm going to start bumping just a little bit more until he brings that head in. So now to emphasize that neck rein a little bit, is we're going to pick up that same feel, but I'm going to open up that neck rein so he travels in a lateral, keep that head inside, and then I'm going to close the neck rein, making him come around. Open up that neck rein, and close the neck rein. The whole time though, that head has to stay to the inside. Neck rein. I'm switching to the outside foot. Very nice. Okay, so now what I want to see is him at the stop. When I present him the neck rein this direction, I want to see that head come this direction. So right there. Beautiful. Right. Oh, he's paying attention to something else, so we fix that. Gonna bump, 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 bump. Fix that till he holds it. And there. All right. See if he makes the switch. Hands all the way down here. Switch hands. That head came first. Now he's a little straight there, so that's where I'm going to help him heel and light bump with the rein. Till he holds it. Once he holds it, very nice. Now we're going to come out here to the lateral and close. Lateral and close. Lateral and close. And switch up to the front end. Very nice. Okay. Another thing that I can do to kind of help this is I can do my turnaround from the stop, or kind of like a rollback if we were working a cow. So we come here to the stop. Now, if we want to emphasize the neck rein has to be the first thing that touches the horse. So we're in our stop. We're going to go neck rein, up front, roll them back. Switch hands, stop. There he's to the outside. So we're going to bump, 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 and we're going to keep him in this circle. He's traveling with the hind end, so we just keep bumping this until he switches with that front end and comes through. He's close. There, he switched to that front end, so we will release. Okay, neck rein first. Oh, that head, beautiful. And so we were pretty light on that rein. We didn't make him make as big of a step. He was a little slow on the stop. So even right here, we'll bring him back just a step or two. Present that neck rein. There. He made a real nice correction. I was going down for the rein to help him, but he fixed himself before I got there. That's the ideal. Now, as far as correcting a horse, if they process it, this is why going slow a lot of times can really help them big time. If I were to do that rein and I were to correct him before he has enough time to think about it, then he doesn't have that incentive to think about it next time. Oh. That head came through. He walked forward just a little bit. So I'm going to tighten that up. There. And he has to wait until this hand comes down before he gets the release. Neck rein first. There. Stayed in it. He was slower with the maneuver, but again, I think that's him thinking his way through that process. And if we allow him the time to think through that process, then the next time we present it, it's going to mean a lot more to him. There. Okay? He doesn't quit that turn until that hand releases or goes forward. There. And if we can get that timing where we're just getting a step or two, that's going to be the ideal. Present it this other way. Notice his tendency is to go out there. He's thinking about it. He came to the inside though. A little forward, so we help him, till he makes that transition to just the front end. There. He trickled a little, so we'll bring him back a little. Flips that head a little, we'll correct a little. Okay, now I'm going to inside cue here, back there. Now, let him come through there. And that was a much cleaner head transition. A lot of times he's been going to that outside. Well, if we do it wrong too many times, pretty soon they'll learn the wrong behavior. So sometimes we have to try something a little bit different. Okay, so again, on this side, what I did is I came back here with the foot, I cued neck rein, and then I'm switching my foot to bring that front end around. Okay, so on this side, we're going to cue back here, back by the back cinch, till that head comes in the correct direction. Wait, 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 there, take it off, and keep that neck rein. There, very nice. This all helps our turnarounds, this helps our stops, this helps everything. The more control we have over this horse in the lightest way possible, when we have to get a hold of them, they're going to slowly but surely speed up. So again, a little bit slower day as far as some of the things that we were working on with him, but I do believe it's important, even with our really well-trained horses, to take that step back sometimes, slow it down, make sure that communication is real clear, make sure they know exactly what you want, and make sure that they're correct. A lot of times our bridle horses, they get pretty straight and they're turning to the right, but the head's still straight. We want a little bit of tip there. And if we have to come in and help them a little bit more and fix that and keep it correct, that's completely okay. That's part of the training process. As long as you're riding horses, I would say almost even the best trained horses, there's always still a level of training. If you're not progressing forward, then a lot of times you're regressing. Now, when we get to the higher end, that means that our progression might be just a little bit slower and smaller. It's more minuscule, essentially, on what we're accomplishing, but we still want to be accomplishing things forward. Again, thank you for hanging out and watching. We will be getting the young horse out again, hopefully the next week or so, and show you the progress with her, show you what we've been working on with her. But been struggling a little bit with the wind, finding good days to film. So we finally had a chance to get out and get something done for you. So here it is. Again, thanks for watching. God bless, and hope you all have a great day.